what's up guys, Jack here from Slade Magpie, and today we're going to be reviewing Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes at the Slade Rooms in Wolverhampton on the last day of his UK tour. The show went off, it was completely manic. Frank Carter is always his usual self, crumbling over people, so without further ado, let's get more in depth about it. So let's get straight into it. Frank Carter is an insane frontman. He knows how to control a crowd, he knows how to get a crowd going, he knows how to tell the crowd to shut up when they need to. He's just an all-round, he's a leader on the stage. You can definitely tell why it's Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes, not the Rattlesnakes or something like that. As soon as he steps on stage, the crowd are instantly with him, they're in the palm of his hand, and he just gets it going from start to finish. It's 0 to 100 in 2 seconds, and it goes off live. If you're brave enough to stand near the front, he just instantly comes on top, crowd surfing, standing on his back, singing a whole song, and he's like controlling the crowd like some conductor at an orchestra, but chaotic orchestra, if you can call it that. As well, Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes have this really raw punk hardcore vibe, which really comes across in a club like the Slade Rooms is, and across the country he played all clubs, small tiny venues that they just sold out. It's a complete sold out tour. It was a real sort of crowning moment for him, I guess, because now this is the end of the album cycle. It's on to Modern Room, which is the latest album. Next tour's out next year. The tickets are already on sale for that. And yeah, he has this real connection with the crowd that you don't really quite see anymore with bands of that size as well. He really connects with the crowd. I don't know whether it's because he's like this experienced frontman now. Obviously he's the ex-singer of Gallows, and he was in Pure Love, which didn't do as well, and then it seems like he's come out with the Rattlesnakes and he's really sort of exploded. He's really found his passion, his niche, his real musical direction, and I think it's going well for him. They also played 2 new songs, Lullaby and Snake Eyes, which also sounded pretty huge. Snake Eyes were played towards the latter end of the set as well, and the crowd just love it. It's been out for, I think it's been out for about 2 or 3 months now as a single for the next album, and people have really just latched onto it, and it's the next big song for them, like Juggernaut was, or I Hate You for the old album. What I also like about Frank Carter is that he gets his message across on stage. He really uses that stage as a platform to voice his opinions. He gave this speech where he was talking about how he didn't want his daughter to grow up in a misogynistic, sexist world, and especially a world where girls aren't welcome or they don't feel right to crowd surf at a gig, which is completely wrong. He gave this whole speech about how anyone who would violate a woman or would like touch them up or something like that would grab his head, like cut it off and like put it on a spike on stage. I thought it's quite rousing, and it just gets the crowd behind Frank even more. And they just dedicated that song to a woman only crowd surf song where loads of girls crowd surfed up over the barrier. It was it's quite uplifting to see that sort of solidarity just displayed from like one song into another, and Frank really orchestrated that, really got that point across really well. I don't want to just talk about Frank Carter here, I want to talk about the rest of the band as well. They were tight live, really energetic, really raw. That punk feel really comes across from them as a band, and yeah, I just feel as if they back up what Frank does as well as a vocalist. They provide the riffs, they provide the breakdowns, they provide the jump bits, they provide this energetic feel that it all starts from the music. I mean, you can have the best frontman in the world, but it needs to be backed up by some good music. And also, I want a little insight as well to the gig. Frank Carter has really appealed to the masses here. There was a wide demographic. There were some older people in their 30s and 40s, and then there were some kids as well that you normally see at club shows. Girls are plenty, loads of different age groups, loads of different social groups as well, and I feel as if the metal scene has really got behind Frank Carter, and I'm going to put it out there, I think he's going to headline a festival one day, especially somewhere like Download. I can see him, he's going from strength to strength as he is. The new stuff sounds great. I feel as if he's just going to get huge. I mean, the 3rd stage set that he played at Download last year was unbelievable, and he got the whole tent going, and that is a pretty big tent. I'm pretty sure he's going to get announced for Download this year as well, and it'd be surprising if he doesn't, the draw that he got in from last year. So I'm just really excited to see what's to come from him. So that's been our review of Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes. Let us know what you think. Drop a comment down below. Make sure you stick around on our Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. We're constantly uploading top quality content on there, so stick around for that. Make sure you like and share it if you can. Subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment if you are at any of these shows. I'm interested to see whether you had the same experience that I did. And as always, I've been Jack from Salute the Magpie, and we'll see you in the next one.